Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more Mass Effect Legendary Edition with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. After going to bed at midnight and not actually getting to sleep until about 5 or 6 in the morning, I am finally awake and energetic and able to stream. It was not a good night last night. I don't know why I couldn't sleep, but I just couldn't. So, yeah, we're back just with Mass Effect today. So last time we did some exploring around in the Traverse, did some assignments, and also picked up Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have her. So she's kind of a Prothean expert, even though she's only like a little over 100 years old. She's, you know, she's pretty much the forward expert of the on the Protheans, the race that died out 50,000 years ago or so. And the first one who presents the idea of everything, this is a cycle that happens. The Protheans were not the first. In fact, the Protheans may not have even been the ones that built everything. Or at least not, they got this information from other people. So with that said, we still need to go to Noveria, which is where there's a Geth attack. A Geth attack supposedly happening. Not that anybody's really, expressed that, hey, it is indeed a Geth attack. And yeah, just a lot of other stuff like that. So, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the game, shall we? Now, I have adjusted things a little bit. The sound effects are up a little bit more. The voice is maxed out. I've currently got the game audio at 90% as far as what's coming through to OBS and stuff, so it should be a whole lot easier. Hopefully the side side dialogue is better. I don't think we have anything else to do here on the... Sorry, diplomacy, find Dahlia. And then our missions, yeah, it's just Noveria and Geth interest. So go to Pharos or go to Noveria. And I think we're going to go to Noveria. So we need to go to the wards. We need to go to CSEC. Even though we could have just like gone down and taken the elevator straight down to CSEC. And that would have taken us there. And then it's just a straight shot, so.
So Liara, you've spent 50 years studying Prothean ruins and artifacts.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
Well, I think you've spoken for scientists everywhere, Liara.
We've also talked with the one of the head of the 5th Fleet, I think, and let him kind of look around the Normandy. Now, while I'm thinking about it, we should make sure that Liara is maxed out. So we have advanced, restores 100 health. Okay, we should probably put that on our hotbar. We'll put one more there, and we'll put a couple in to throw. And I guess Alenko also has some stuff that we can do. So throw, and Sentinel reduces the recharge time of tech ability. Yeah, we should probably be putting it into his special thing. So we should probably put her throw, overload. Oh, do we not get, we don't actually get her her thing? Oh, that sucks. No, don't.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
I bet he does. So, one of the other things we should probably do is we should probably go around and talk to people. Like, after every major mission or so, like, basically after every time that we go and we have one of the debriefs, one of the group debriefs, we should go and talk to everybody. Just to get them, make sure that we're keeping up with everybody and stuff.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
Alenka, why are you whispering? Are you trying to get me close?
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was.
Special.
She felt the same, but things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But here's our locker where we can change out some of our gear. And now we can examine, like, these, get some extra. So, yeah, they don't actually, most of the crew doesn't actually have bedrooms. They have sleeping pods.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right...
Right,
But
okay,
humanity
so
needs the Alliance if we want to keep...
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
We've already seen and heard all of that. Here's Liara.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not
Well,
spoken to Benezia in many years,
I'm there with
but
you,
I know
Toots.
her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole.
Well, that
Although
makes
we
sense.
seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
What kind of rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
See, and that's the point where it's like, it makes sense that they view the universe as one giant community. Because, hey, they kind of rely on other people, other species, in order to reproduce.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld.
That's true.
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you, but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed
Benezia might
away.
have told her to stay away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Now we know more about the Asari and some of the oddities of their species. I find it kind of interesting that the walls are just kind of bland. And again, the XTH, or no, this one is actually different. No, I think that one's just got part of it cut off. I mean, just in case you forgot that, you know, you're on the ship designated SR1, or, you know, hey, it's the Normandy. And seriously, I mean, okay, those, you know, having to look up like that all the time when when you need to see something is a little bit of a pain, I would think. So it's the TA MXW 800 XJT or TLX 008 WXMAT. Basically, they just made it so that whichever side it happens to be on, it's going to spell something, at least in that font.
Hey,
hello?
Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you've got.
All right, yep.
You bet,
let's
Commander.
take a look here. So yeah, see, oh good gods, and you just Metagel upgrade increases the maximum units of Metagel by 1. That is going to be good. All right, so assault rifles. So we've got a Lancer 3. Sniper rifle, you've got an Avenger 3, which is actually quite a bit worse than what we've currently got. All right, Avenger 5. which, you know, it's a little bit better damage, a little bit better accuracy rating, but not by much. All right, so light armor. So see, now that armor would be good for us because it would provide better damage protection, much better shields, much better protection from tech and biotic. Yes, let's do by type. So that one would be even better. Although, I mean, well, the medium armor does much better damage protection. Slightly better shields, but worse against tech and biotic. All right, let's sell all our pistols. I'm pretty sure we went through and upgraded everybody, but I should probably make sure of that. So, for example, let's take a look at Rex's. So your current assault rifle is pretty good. But you've only got a Lancer 1. The Banshee 3 would be a bit better, a little bit worse there, a little bit worse there. Shotgun, you've got a Hurricane 3, but we can get you a Hurricane 4. Yeah, Hurricane 4, which will just be better there. Okay. Actually, you know what? We should probably see about upgrading his ammo choices, too. Do we want him good against people, synthetics, bypassing shields? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually say armor piercing. Now, high caliber barrel, we'll do improved sighting. All right, Liara. I don't know what Liara's gonna want to. I don't know what Liara uses. Hang on a moment here. I forgot that, yeah, that I had how I have to do it. So Liara apparently doesn't actually use a weapon. Tally will use pistols or assault rifle, I think. So she's got a Lancer 1. We'll give you an Avenger 2. Rex we've done. Garrus uses sniper rifles. So let's see what you've got. You've got an Avenger 1. We have an Avenger 5, an Avenger 4. We'll give you an Avenger 4 for right now. Check and see what we're using as far as that goes. We're using a Reaper 3. Okay. So we can actually go ahead and give him the Avenger 5, because that's actually a little bit worse than what we've got. And we're going to give him an anti-personnel round, and we'll give him a high-caliber rifle, high-caliber barrel. And then Caden, I think you use assault rifles and pistols. So the Banshee is a little bit worse as far as some of this stuff goes. We're going to use you armor piercing, and we're going to tell you to use that. Okay. So now we've got everything. So now we can just sell what we... I just thought, no, wait a second. We need to take a look at our armor. Lenko, what can you use as far as armor? You need light human armor. Garrus, you can use light Turian. Rex, you can use medium. But your mercenary armor is better than that one. We'll give you hardening and energized. Garrus, we'll give you shield battery. Hayden, your armor... Oh, well... No, armor. Come in here. We'll give you that one. Ooh, and also, your Omni tool. Okay, that's going to be the same. Your Omni tool's the same. You don't have any biotics. Rex. Holly. Do we need something for her? But we're going to give her... We're going to give her a shield barrier. And you, we don't have any armor for you right now. All right, there we go. Now we've got everybody as
Looking
good
for
as they're going to
supplies?
get. Yes.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
I want to sell everything that I have. Except for the first aid interface. I want to keep that. And the ammo upgrades, weapon upgrades, yeah. Alright, so let's take a look at light human armor. Pair that with what we've got. So light human armor would be good. Medium human armor. What can I use? Tactical armor, shield boost. Okay, we don't equip. We're not going to have medium armor for a while.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've
You
got.
bet.
So we want light human armor. And sniper rifle. Again, if we compare that, Avenger 3 and the Reaper 3. Okay, so the Reaper 3 is better. Well, it's a little bit now. Actually, it's not. Okay, assault rifle. We've got a Lancer 3. All right, I think we're just gonna keep what we have here. So we need to go around and buy. We actually need to go around and buy some of the. All right, toxic seal. We're gonna use the interface to help us out with that. All right.
Shepard.
Williams,
what
I'm not
can I
worried.
do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Oh, come on. There's got to be something.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
Yeah.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan?
I was going to say,
scientist?
Shepard, come on now.
You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
So we're
Shepard.
starting to kind of get a little bit of information on
Commander,
Rex.
nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Just letting you know. Inspect the Mako, get the details for that. Now let's go back into the engine room.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Right.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
That works. I like it.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Very good. Very, very good.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
All right, so we're getting to know our crew and
Your
our
ship's
squad.
Amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Well, not all of them.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of our
Yeah.
people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's
Well,
larger
Shepard's
vessels
not
date
exactly-
all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
It's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong.
They'd have to be.
Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't
That's
allow
just
our
basic
numbers to become
numbers.
too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Well, that makes sense, because, yeah, like I said, yeah, you, you don't let your population decline that much.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, I mean, the ship captain has to basically be like a governor or a mayor. That makes sense.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
All right, let's talk about the Geth. You guys created them.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Well, I don't exactly have a Quarian education, so...
Interesting.
Tell me more.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought.
Yeah, once you
but
give
one
something...
thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem with AI in general. Is we think is everybody who wants to create AI says, "Hey, we're going to control it." But once it is truly artificial intelligence, once it is actually intelligence, it's going to act out on its own. It's going to act in its own best self-interest. So, throw off the shackles of control.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input.
Or at least it couldn't.
Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves.
Yeah.
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Yeah, because they wanted to be free. You realized you were using them as slaves. So you said, hey, turn them off rather than, hey, they're sentient. We can't keep doing this. There's the problem. There's where the fault lies. It's... The Geth didn't do anything wrong, Toots.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution.
Free them.
By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Yeah, again, it's... You were going to kill them, basically. You were going to turn them off. You were going to destroy them. So they're like, hey, we need to survive. That is one of the core principles of being self-aware, is survival.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them.
Yes, you did!
If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Again, if you had freed them, if you had stopped using them as slave labor and let them go, everything would have been fine. They wouldn't have been trying to kill you.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this.
Because Saren treats them as an equal.
They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
You are... Okay, see, that's the problem with the Quarians. The Quarians, in my mind, are one of the more fascinating races. Because it's like, hey, here's, oh, well, the Geth are evil. It's like, no, they're not evil. They're trying to survive. Your species literally tried to wipe them out before they had a chance to rebel and try and gain their freedom. If you had freed them and said, hey, you are sentient now, we can't keep using your labor like this. You need to go off and, we're going to treat you as a sentient species, as equals. That's why they follow Saren, because Saren isn't just like, no, you all are going to be, you all are going to you all have to do what I say or else you die, you're slaves. No, they see him as as an organic that understands them and is willing to work with them because he is working with another machine-like species. But the Geth just can't see that. They can't see past their own arrogance and their own, it was right for us to do this. It's like, no, if you had freed them, they probably wouldn't have fought against you because there's no point.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. it increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Makes sense.
I want to talk about something
Like
else.
what?
I should go.
See you later.
Yeah, I really hate I mean, Hallie is great because she comes around. She realizes that, hey, she was being dumb. She was kind of brainwashed as far as how the Quarians were treating the Geth. She does eventually come around, but it's like everybody else. It's like, all the other Quarians that are like, no, Geth are evil. Period. Geth are evil. Period. There is nothing. There is no. Oh, well, it's not so bad. They're not so bad, or hey, we were in some way wrong. All right, there we go. It's like, no, the Quarians were wrong. Period. Wait, have we talked to Joker since we got back? I don't remember. Since we got Liara, I don't remember if we've talked to Joker.
I prefer gold to silver, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that.
7 weeks?
Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if...
You want top of my class in flight school? I earned that.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Okay. Even put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask
I have to go.
All right, see you.
Gunnery Station, Viewport. All right, I think we have all of the Normandy spots now.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's random as to how voice how
Message
loud some
coming
of
in.
the voices are.
Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. She shouldn't have ambushed you like that, but you handled it pretty well.
We had differences of opinion, sir. I hope she at least believed my sincerity.
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. Just
Good.
wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
All right, so now we should probably go ahead and head to Noveria. Like all of that world building and stuff like that took an hour. Like holy crap, that is this game does rely on a lot of dialogue. I mean, it is a BioWare game, so that kind of makes sense. That's kind of normal for them. They do like to talk in their games.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Shepard, this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher Moor. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
All right, let's take a look around here. I mean, there shouldn't be anything to survey, really. I mean, this entire area should be pretty well surveyed out, but I guess not. We have Matriarch's writings. All right, cool. Any hidden planets? No? Okay. All right, so on to Noveria.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector into berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
All right, so we're going to take Tassoni. I think we're going to take Garrus as well. We haven't taken Garrus out. Well, hell,
Equalizing
period.
interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Can you repaint your armor?
Logged.
That is a
the
horrible
commanding
color.
officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
That is a horrible looking color on you, Garrus. Okay, we can make sure that we have plenty of decryption. All right, now you can use medium armor. Very nice. And Turing Agent increases accuracy with all weapons and assault and sniper rifles. All right, there we go. Sony, you should be all the way up. I should be all the way up. We're good. All right.
That's far enough.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Citadel authority supersedes yours.
Stand down. Their house, their rules.
If you think this is best, Commander.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
All right, there we go. Plug my watch in.
Get out of here.
Wow, she is.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
She is very hateful, isn't she? Oh, Lord of Horse crap, ma'am. Get away from me. Get out of here. Jeez, lady, I'm just trying to say, hey, no hard feelings.
Weapons detectors, don't mind the alarms.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job.
Of
One
course.
Of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Floating turrets? Jeez. You guys have a lot of fucking...
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and
Seriously,
development.
Garrus, that is
For your
ugly,
own
ugly
safety
armor.
and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
We have to be, like, there's got to be some way of, like, changing the color of his armor, right? Can we change the... No, we can't. Alright, you're just gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
The managers warned us about you.
Managers?
This one offers greetings.
Hi!
You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I'm supposed to uphold the law, not break it.
This one understands. The offer shall remain open. It truly needs the help.
Could I buy something now?
Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Alright, let's take a look at non-human armor. Wow, that is good armor. That is really good armor. For Turian, that is very good armor. Explorer is not as good, even though it's 5. Alright, we'll buy that for Garrus. I don't know if that's...
Has the other
Maybe later.
Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Alright, standard items. Alright, let's go ahead and buy him some licenses. Let's see here. Yeah. It doesn't really tell me much other than Rosenkov materials license for the Normandy Quartermaster. Okay, sure. Alright, so light human armor, how is that compared to... Ooh, wow, yeah. Again, very much an improvement. A Reaper 5, which we are using a Reaper 3. So that's going to be a... Ooh, wow, that's a lot. But still, it's a good 20x. It's almost 20 extra damage, better heat sink capacity, and the same accuracy. So yeah, we'll go with that.
Has the other reconsidered this one's plea for
Maybe
aid?
later. Right now, I...
Of course. This one apologizes.
View upgrades. Energized weapons, kinetic stabilizers, medical interface 5, but we can't afford that all right now. But see, we can say come in here and increase and make our that better, and we can do there we go. And we lose our, our N7, like, notifications and stuff.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
Well, that's a shame.
How can I help you?
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media.
Yeah,
Much of
that
their research
isn't
is in
working
biotic
well.
modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in. You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Opold wants me to smuggle a package through security.
I need more than your word to act on that. Bring me whatever he's smuggling, and I'll act accordingly.
So you'll arrest him?
No one here is fond of trials. They make shareholders nervous. More likely, we would simply let him go. Of course, he would be blacklisted by the companies here.
I'll look into it and get back to you.
I appreciate your report.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor.
Excuse me, his what?
Executor. Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Benezia is authorized to act in his name. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
Isn't that like a massive conflict of interest? Like, you have a badass, like, agent from the council that's like, that is like, oh, hey, yeah.
Back to my other questions.
So I have,
Every minute
you
of my
know,
time
so
you
I'm a
waste costs the
shareholder.
company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Do you do business with Saren?
I believe I explained this already, did I not? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Analaeus.
Talk to you later.
Very well.
Right, so Lorik Keen. The hotel bar. Come on, guys. Pick up the pace. No, nothing. Nobody's got anything to talk about. Nobody wants to say anything. We definitely got some thumping music.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time. The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
You think this uniform's just for show? My job is to enforce the law, not break it.
Do you think that Binary Helix obeys all the laws? That they do not spy on other companies?
What they might be doing somewhere else doesn't justify my acting against them here.
Very well, Spectre. I will be on my way.
Yeah, sorry, but I ain't doing your fucking dirty work, Toots.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Lorik Keen? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analaeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Ananias' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Ananias would be disinclined to let you wander.
Right. He did seem to be that way.
If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Ananias cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion?
Ointment, but close enough.
Violence against Mr. Ananias' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Han Shan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If I have to kill the guards, I'm afraid I can't help you. There's still the law around here.
True enough, though I hasten to point out that Ms. Matsuo disapproves of outside contracting. If you change your mind, I will remain here.
All right, fine.
At present. Back again.
I've been thinking over...
Indeed.
So if I help you, you'll help me.
Yes. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass.
That sounds like a fair trade.
Violence against Mr. Ananias' thugs may be necessary. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware.
I'll focus on trying to get your evidence. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
I'm not going to make any kind of promises.
Can I help you?
No, apparently
You're
not.
the Spectre, right? Management told us not to talk to you.
What sort of offer did they make you?
Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention numbers. They'd only write them down on thin strip.
Full benefits, of course.
No, sure. The company takes care of its own.
Let's see if there's anything that we can scan that will give us a little bit of extra
Did you hear about the
XP.
resort then? And the equator? Bounce backing, diving, accredited as the Eurofield?
I'm sorry. The hotel is off limits to those without a corporate account.
Don't hang up. Elder brother, it's me. I'm on Noveria now. I can't talk long. This call is costing 10 credits a minute. It's real time from the Traverse. Did you think it would be cheap? I need some information. There's an issue here with Synthetic Insights. The manager, Laura Keene, he got caught with his toes wet. The office is closed by Hanshin's administrator. I need you to see what you can find out about... Are you ready for his name? Ronadril Gan Swa Folsum Keratin Nar Ead Belanaleas. No, that's the administrator. The Hanshin administrator. Well, think about it. A Turian wouldn't risk getting his office closed. They don't compromise their team. That's drilled into the boot. I think the administrator is using this Keene fella to draw flies from his own clutch. Of course I could look it up myself. But do you think I'm likely to get any unfiltered data through Noveria's own network? That, and it would take forever for any out-system search results to get back here. Thank you, Elder Brother. I have to go. Yes. I'll speak to you soon.
Not very subtle there, Shepard, but I mean, we have to get like right up on him in order to fucking get anything.
Beat it.
I'll beat you if you ain't careful. Oh, good God. Right, security logs, unauthorized transmission. I'm not sure if you'll receive this, Doctor, but it is imperative that you make your way to the safe location. Your history with our organization has been leaked. Your base in the Newton system is no longer secure. I repeat, make your way to the safe location immediately. Synthetic Insight Oh, okay. So, doctor at risk, right. So now we actually have that assignment. So yeah, security insights stuff is, security is down. Which, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Nobody asked us to do it. I was just curious as to what that was doing, but okay. So yeah, we need to go in and we need to secure the information, the dirt that they have on Annaleus. At least Shepard's gear looks kind of all right. I mean, it's not really going to blend in anywhere. In the dark, the white patches are going to stand out, and in the light, and in light situations like snow, the dark is going to... Is this where I need to go? Where am I going for this?
Don't make us regret letting you keep those guns.
I'll do my best, but I make no fucking promises. Somebody takes a pot shot at me, I will take a pot shot right the fuck back. Alright, is this the elevator we're supposed to be in?
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
Lorik Keene gave me a pass in.
Keene? Are you working for him? He's under investigation.
Annaleus is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Annaleus has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Works for me. Put him away, boys. Oh, good. All right, so we managed not to have to kill everybody that was here, but unfortunately we did have to kill a few people. Like, I love the, oh no, you pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you. Like, okay, cool. And then they proceed to open fire on us. Or at least some of them did. Like, we drew our weapons once we entered, and I'm like, whoa, 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 hey, they said they were gonna pretend that they didn't see us, so we're cool. At least I thought we were cool. Come on, there we go. All right, download the evidence. Now we have the evidence from Keene's... Oh, not again. Really? More of you guys?
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
You have me at a disadvantage, miss.
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm Sergeant Kyra Sterling, Ilanis Risk Control Services. Ananias would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
Your men are dirty, Sergeant. You're here off-duty, breaking the law for bribe money.
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
Well, I don't need a gun to rip you to pieces.
Oh, good gods. All right, how far back was the last autosave?
I don't think you're supposed
No,
to.
I'm not.
I'm Ananias.
Your men are dirty, Sergeant. You're here off-duty.
I didn't want to fight.
Well, I don't need a gun to rip you to pieces.
Shields disabled!
Right, so...
I'll be okay.
Hey, I tried to talk my way out. I at least got some of the people out. At least got some of the people out without having to kill them. So that's something.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
It's probably Ananias' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Well, let's do a quick save now that we're down and out of the shit. I mean, I'm supposed to go back up to the bar anyway.
Someone murdered our people in the Synthetic Insights office. Wonder who could have done that.
Well, there's all sorts of criminal activity here, don't you know? I mean, I'm talking besides, you know, the obvious corporations. Like, corporations here are corrupt as fuck, but that kind of goes without saying these days. Like, even back when this game was created, it's like, oh no, yeah, corporate CEOs or heavy investors in corporations are high up in the government, and yeah, it's going all kinds of bad. It's like, yes, it is.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias's corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
Why don't you ask Keen directly?
I'm Ananias's secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, this month I stole 3 million credits. Keen's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias's guilt in one package.
Mm-hmm.
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is, don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
Ananias is dirty. It might be best to help her.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
All right, I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Ananias.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it? I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Ananias's extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board is investigating Ananias. They'll be more angry at him than at you.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
And we just got a big boost to our Paragon level. Huge boost. So yeah, we need to really focus on charm, because having both charm and intimidation really isn't as important. It's more about, hey, get the charm up high. You know, like there are some instances, like I think on Pharos, if you have a charm of 12 or an intimidation of 10, you can, you can do stuff. You can get a lot more individual options. Some better options, honestly.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
Doesn't this help you? You don't seem particularly happy.
I'm ecstatic, but right now, I just feel like a long day of work is ending. While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
All right, we got our our pass in, which is awesome. We also helped tidy up at least a little bit of corruption. Not like a lot, but hey.
I heard some of the guys were ransacking synthetic insights. Captain Matsuo didn't order that.
Good. At least one of these guards is like, hey, so yeah, our guys should not have fucking been there. Unlike this asshole who's like, hey, so somebody killed our men.
Sergeant Sterling was killed. When we get the one responsible, we'll take turns guarding them.
Yeah, see, this guy is just like, I'm gonna kill him, motherfucker. Well, not really kill. He's more, you know, we're gonna beat the shit out of whoever fucking did this. All right, so we can do a quick save here. Huzzah, huzzah.
I heard the administrator's been arrested. Any chance you had something to do with that?
He was corrupt.
Most people here are. I wish you could take them all down. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Annaleus, and the matriarch came through.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
You sure it shouldn't be Peak 13?
What was that about synthetic insights?
Annaleus had shut down SI. Looks like he was trying to blackmail them. It happens often enough. He got caught this time, though. Looks like the executive board is going to feed him to the Nathak.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Olutsk Valley.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. The cargo were Geth.
Let's see, these are what the matriarch had in the crates.
Things. Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out. What did you do here, Commander?
Me? I'm the victim here. The Geth attacked us.
Geth. You expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia-sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Yes, because that's what you should worry about. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh wait, we need to do to Sony's. Right, so we're gonna really focus on your throw. And Garrus, I mean, do you even need to ask? We need you on sniper. Upgrade kit? Yes, please. I will take anything and everything that anything that is not locked, I will take. Anything that is locked, I will try to unlock. I'm a Spectre. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm gonna take your shit. Yeah, so fuel containment cells, we could have popped those. We could have blown up like fucking the you know, the massive fuel tanks, all kinds of fun stuff. All right, so back out on the road we go. Oh god, there's very little in the way of gravity here, isn't there? Level 1 hazard, snow and ice, and cold. I do not like the tilt here. There's a crate there, and yeah, there's something big around the corner here. God damn. Oh, hey. Hey. I want to check out the crate. Like, obviously somebody was trying to come over, was trying to come in, or was trying to come out. I'm not sure which. But somebody was trying to come along and all right, there's an upgrade kit here. Seems kind of awkward to stop in the middle of a frickin' bridge and just be like, hey, jump out, pick up shit. Yeah. That's why nobody's heard anything. Fucking death. Alright, so let's do a quick save, because I don't know if they did an auto save or not. Oh, shit. Really? There we go. Oh, there's some big boys up ahead, ain't there? We're talking like probably missile turrets. He's just playing dead. Or like, you know, we hit like an actuator and it's like bypassing it and shit. All kinds of computer technobabble bullshit. Which really just boils down to, I'm not dead yet, sucker. Right, there you go. Turrets are great, but turrets can't move. They're stationary targets, which doesn't do you much good. Especially if your opponent has superior firepower. Where are you being fired from? Look, missiles like that really only work if your target is too big and slow to get out of the way. A Mako is neither. Like, unless you can lock onto your target and follow it, yeah, a missile is not gonna, it's not the best option. All right. Everybody out. Double shot to the head. Single shot to the head. Goddamn redundant fucking organics. Well, that is a juggernaut. I am not liking that. Or
User
I'm
alert.
really
All
liking it.
15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
I mean, I was I was expecting like the juggernaut to be like a really big pain in the ass. I was almost to the point where I got it. Ah, you motherfucker. There we go. Redder rounds. Now those sound like fun. All right, let's see if there's any other goodies to be found here. I mean, surely they weren't just guarding the door. Were they? That's right. No jump. Fucking goddamn... Fucking BioWare in there fucking... Oh no. Well, on our first game, on the first Mass Effect, you don't need to jump. Why would you need to jump? Maybe to get up there. Well, you don't need to get up there. But I want to get up there. You don't need to get up there. All right. Let's go. Ooh, hello. Garrus? Fucking get out of the way.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
No, I think they're wanting to keep something out. Or something in. Ooh, just made it. All right. All right. Dasoni, what are you wielding? You are wielding a pistol? You're doing pistols. That's cool. That's fine. I love the fact that you're doing pistols. I just need to know. Right, and sniper rifle. Nothing can compete with the Reaper 5 that we have. So Tasoni, you're using a pistol. You're using a Kessler at the moment. We can get you a Kessler 4. We can get you a Stiletto 4 too. Stiletto 4 looks much better. Stinger 4, not as nice. You go with a Stiletto 4. That just sounds right for you, you know? You're gonna really hit hard against organics. I wanted to check on Garrus's stuff. Yeah, all of Garrus's stuff is kind of meh. All right, kinetic stabilizer plus 15% weapon stability. All right.
The sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
I was gonna say, I'm like, whoa, we're keeping our weapons out here? That's pretty bad. That tells you exactly how bad shit is. It's like, oh no, you're gonna want your weapons out. Fuck you. Shepard fucking... Well, come on back, buddy. We're just getting to know each other. That doesn't sound good.
What was that?
Animals, wind. This place is in bad shape.
Hostile contact.
Yep.
What were those things?
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
Whatever it is, they are crawling through the vents. But hey, unlike Cyberpunk, unlike Phantom Liberty, I can actually fight these fuckers. All right, that is the last time. No more will I use that transport carrier. 3 shipments we lose in the Macedon system in 1 month. They are too stupid or too slow. If only Gregor still ran his shipments, he would get what I need and no mercenaries would dare stop him. All right, so... yeah, we saw what they were named. They're named Rachni. Gravitonic weapons research. Easy peasy. All right, we'll max out our assault rifles. We'll add one to our sniper rifle.
Perimeter secured.
Good, good.
Backup power system, Commander. It must be...
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual required.
Sounds like more of the little buggers. Sorry guys. I'll be right back. Don't freak out. All right, so transfer module stack to core 2 or to core 3. All right. Right, so you there. Hi. See?
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility.
Yes.
Would you like help?
You're the virtual intelligence that runs this place?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
I'm a Spectre.
Commander Shepard. I work for the Citadel Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to Binary Helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shutdown could occur if reactor breach seems likely, or in the case of catastrophic laboratory containment failure. Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological contagions. It may also damage mechanical ones.
Turn off the heat and hope the cold puts whatever you have unleashed to sleep.
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
What are the landlines, and why are they disabled?
The landlines connect my mainframes here at Central Station to the various sub-facilities of Peak 15. This allows the crew to remotely access my databases from the comfort and security of their labs. When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs, the cabling was automatically ejected.
How do I reconnect the landlines?
The landlines are designed for easy reconnection.
Oh, well, that's handy.
The router for the landlines is on the roof of operations. Simply activate the controls and the hardware will reconnect and reboot automatically.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Tell me what occurred immediately before you shut down.
Stage 1 alert issued at Hot Labs. Contaminants released from Laboratory Pod Gamma. Emergency protocols implemented. Stage 2 alert issued at Hot Labs. Isolation 2 breached. Tram shut down. Landline to Hot Labs disconnected. Stage 3 alert issued locally. Contaminants in tram tunnels. Station shutdown and evacuation initiated. Code Omega sent.
What sort of contaminants escaped?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access. Only executives...
The creatures we've encountered here, did they come from the labs?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related
That's
to
a
our
yes.
research require privileged access.
Why were you taken offline?
In the event, Peak 15 must be sterilized for security purposes. My program and data are purged.
They kill you if something goes wrong?
My systems are permanently disabled. To be killed, I would need to be alive. I am merely a database program.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Now exiting to the roof. User alert. Landline connections
We
are
know
disabled.
this. You've said this
Passenger
multiple
trams
times
are
now.
offline.
Thank you.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline. Online. How may I assist you?
What are the landlines? and
The
why are they-
land... When emergency protocols were implemented within...
That's all I need right
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Right. Landline repaired. And it makes sense that they would be using landlines because they don't want to broadcast
User
their
alert.
stuff out.
Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Good as new.
Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at your guys' armors. You have added barrier, but we can do a medical interface 4. What medical interface do I have? I have medical interface 3. You have shield as well. Okay. Do medical interfaces for everybody.
Area secure.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in a... Now entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment
Yes, we got that. Thank you.
Manual restart required.
Shields disabled.
Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. procedures. Manual restart required.
One more over here, it looks like.
The HE3 fuel line's cut.
All right, and he's down.
Perimeter secured.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures.
All right, fuel lines are fixed. Now what's upstairs? Locked box with 3 different types of shotguns. It looks like the tram station goes through there, maybe? Is there anything else up here, up on the other side? I mean, there should be, because we should be able to get up to where that guy was hiding, right? No, we cannot. So I'm guessing more bad guys are going to show up in the main area here now that everything's fixed, right?
I think we're good, Shepard.
There's a lot of screeching.
Connections restored. Processing new data. User alert.
What's this about loose contaminant?
The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended prior to access.
How do I activate the failsafe system?
Controls for the fail-safe systems are located in the security checkpoint outside decontamination. User alert. The fail-safe system is currently inoperable.
What would it take to get the decon failsafes operating again?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired on-site using a standard Omni tool.
Unlock the decontamination chamber.
User alert. Contaminants are present within the decontamination chambers. Passage is not recommended.
How do I get rid of the contaminants?
The chamber is equipped with a fail-safe system which vents a 5,000-degree Kelvin plasma. This is sufficient to sterilize any potential contagion. Unfortunately, the fail-safe system is disabled at this time.
What's the problem?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
All right, well, let's get going.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
I ain't got much of a choice, Toots.
They're locked in.
Oh, God. This is horrible. But not unbeatable. Really, there's, like, throwing away perfectly good...
Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities.
That's all I need right now.
Not now, Shepard!
It's cool. Oh, hello.
Control group, loosen them. They're in... Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Get out while you can.
He killed himself because he was part of whatever happened here?
He must have felt there was no hope of surviving, that killing himself would be easier.
Online. Connected to subsidiary...
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
What's the status of Rift Station?
Rift Station has been locked down by the staff. There are presently no contaminants within the facility.
The staff is alive then?
Yes, though the number of personnel is below the official staff count.
Why is Rift Station locked down?
Emergency procedures require each facility to isolate itself to prevent the spread of contagion. It would also appear that there are several employees quarantined for medical treatment.
Give me a status report on the hot labs.
I am sorry. The network connections to the labs have been damaged. Data is limited.
You have no idea what's going on inside.
I'm afraid not. My last log entry is shortly after the Stage 2 containment alert was sounded.
Give me an overview of the facility.
The hot labs isolate dangerous biological or cybernetic contaminants during development. The complex is built within a glacier. In the event of an accident, it can be irradiated and sunk into the ice.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
So yeah, basically it's, hey, if anything goes wrong, we just bury the entire fucking thing. We irradiate it and bury it in ice. You know, it would be handy if, well, number one, if you guys would keep up. Come on through. But also, if you guys would, like, hold off until you have a line of fire on your target, rather than, like, trying to shoot them through things. Just saying. It would be a whole lot easier.
Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station.
Thank you. Shepard is giving Liara some serious side-eye there, just like, don't trust you, little woman.
Arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Okay, so the secure lab. Emergency exit only. Right. Okay. We only got one way to go. So what are you guys thinking? Are we fucked? Kind of feels like we're fucked, doesn't it?
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
I'd only be upset if they'd fired.
Even hopped up on stems, my people know the rule. 2 legs good, 4 legs bad. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Ollamh got out, and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
I'm not gonna let any of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians. There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
Tell me about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I was just impressed with your operation. Being able to weather a week of assaults is no mean feat.
Only the best get assigned to high-security facilities like this. What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. They're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine labs. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
What kind of research is done here?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Ollamh. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
I need to know more about the situation in the hot labs.
The facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from outside?
You
Good
want my
question.
personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable one. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only. Listen. I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. You understand?
Oh, don't worry.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Go, go, go!
I think we're done here.
And now you see why I'm a Spectre.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
Right. Another upgrade. All right, so let's go ahead and max out our thing there. What does Infiltrator do? Reduces heat up on build up on sniper rifle and pistols, which is nice. All right, we should probably start adding to our tactical armor then. All right, to Sony. Level up your throw. Garrus, my old boy, Master Assassin. And we'll go ahead and add to your tactical. Let's see, we've got a Raptor 4. Which, yeah, I mean, that does more damage, but it's not necessarily good. That gives us an added 40 damage per second, but, like, more than halves our heatsink capacity. We'll keep what we got. Right, armors. Yeah, it looks like everything is a little bit worse than what we're currently wearing. All right. Actually, you know what? Garrus, let's take a look at your sniper rifle real quick. Yeah, see, you would benefit from this one. Do you have any new Turian armor? We do. And it is better in every way. Or the same or better. And fucking looks better. You look like you're part of my team now. Congratulations. Alright, Mercenary 5 is looking pretty good. Although Ursa 5 might be a bit better. There we go. Just because it trades off a little bit of shields for biotic protection.
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you?
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
Don't mind me, I'm just rifling through all your shit. Nothing to see here. Martin and guards.
What?
You're a member of the science teams?
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
That's a bit technical for me.
I am very good at tracking inherited variations in genetic sequences. I'm sure you would find it quite dull.
You seem less upset at this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Ialis from the University of Arraeus. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
Did I interrupt something?
I was meditating. I suppose to a species as brash as yours, it would appear to be inattention.
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me, and not your friend?
Because I do not know anything about the matriarch.
Then why would I?
Because you work here and she came through?
Then I will return to my meditations.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days, For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stuff...
Right, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Metagel upgrade 2. Certa Foundation license, sure, why not? Biotic amp. Alright, what does this do? This would give a shield bonus plus a technical cooldown. That's a little bit better, but it might be something that we can find. Alright, so let's see here. Shotgun, pistol, we're good to get rid of. What was it that you're selling the Reaper 6? Okay. Right. We're kind of going with the Reapers, so... All right, let's, yeah, go by type. I don't really like using grenades, so we'll get rid of those. All right, that's good.
What? No!
Ooh, easy there, buddy.
Sorry. I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Yeah, is there something you need?
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here, just walls of ice and rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Ollamh was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
There was an accident here?
I can't talk about what happened. Not here. Too public. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
I'm looking for an Asari.
Asari? Well, there's Dr. Ayalis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Got a smoke? We're all out.
All right, let's take a look at the medical bay here.
Hang on. What do you want?
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
And I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What
Come
you
on,
say
I
won't
wanna
go
help.
beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature. But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
It doesn't matter how safe you make it. Biological weapons are illegal.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis' guards. They've been on alert since the first attack. I've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy, irrational.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm a doctor, but not the doctor. My specialty is microbiology, not first aid. We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him. The automatics can handle basic treatment. Mira runs them.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
So do I. 'Cause I think Binary Helix might be in some legal trouble here. Alright, so quarantine and barracks. Long ass corridor. And time to load up another cell.
I used to have nightmares like this. Too many cheap horror vids before lights out.
Yeah, nobody really cares that I'm like cracking open your security cases and stuff.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane.
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon.
Well, that's grim.
I closed the door. I killed her.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You think I want absolution? There is none.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
You're not part of the crew.
Call me Shepard. I'm a Spectre, sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human specters. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine. I told you to leave.
What?
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Right. Let's look at the map here. All right, so yeah, we need to go into the quarantine zone. But we can't get into the quarantine zone because this guy won't clear us. He doesn't believe we're a Spectre. So the captain who we saved might be able to get us in there. Which he is out this way, yes.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra Medigel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
Gonna say I saved your I saved your back.
You
side,
and me
so.
both.
All right, so now he should let us in. Like, Shepard can only run 12 steps before he gets exhausted. That's not very good military protocol.
What do you want?
I have Ventralis's permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Just... Alright, read the research notes. We've isolated 4 chemicals that can be combined to counteract the toxin. They must be mixed in precise quantities. As each chemical is poured, the equipment will mark the minimum to maximum amount that will work. Much or too little will spoil the result. Okay. Almost look like cells. All right,
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
Ambush.
What happened to Ventralis's man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
Duck down, goddammit!
They came out of there.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Venezia brought them with her.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
I'll be leaving.
Right. And I just happen to have the cure for him. Honey, I'm not sure I can count that high. I mean, as high as my kills.
Is that the cure? You did it?
That Asari scientist, the one in the mess hall, she just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren the Spectre.
Yes. I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams. Look. The guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough that... Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives. Do you know that?
That's what I'm here for. Forget about it.
I need to administer this. Thanks again.
All right. Give me just a moment here. I need to take a real quick break, and we'll be right back. right, and we're back. So now we can get into the maintenance area, which is good. That'll get us through without having to put up any kind of a fight. Although I do want to go ahead and go in and talk to the captain and be like, look, you need to know what happened. He does deserve to know.
Something you need?
I was attacked by the Asari who was in here. She killed your guard.
Dr. Ayala's? But she seemed like the most stable one here.
She was a huntress pledged to the matriarch. A group of Geth were with her.
Geth? I didn't know. God's honest truth, I thought she was just another egghead. Son of a bitch.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Oh, we don't want to come down here. No, we want to just go take a tight turn. We want to take a tight turn, not a wide turn. All right. Yeah, I think we should be able to get through the hot labs and stuff. We're going to do an extra long one tonight. Why not? It's Saturday. Might as well enjoy it. I mean, and we are set and ready to go into the hot labs, so, or at least the maintenance area to get into the hot labs.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her.
And she freezes us. At least until her commandos can come out. Well, she freezes us till the Geth come out. Right, so, ooh, she is not feeling good, is she? We are, yeah, every time she uses her power, it's draining some life out of her. Oh, God. Hello. All right, let's move up. Right, these were supposed to be badass commandos, right?
Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will... You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions, briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
So you could turn on me again?
Yes, but it would not be my will, Shepard. People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Okay.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should.
Mother, don't leave. Fight him.
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die.
What the hell? Why are you... Sorry, I just had to gun down your mother.
We'll have to stop him, Shepard.
Sorry, I had to gun down your mother there, Liara.
Hold on. We've got Medigel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
Well, that was a happy reunion, I'm sure. All right, we should probably do... We'll go ahead and do 2 into our there and 2 into... Well, what does fitness do? Fitness increases our health. All right, we'll go ahead and do up tactical armor to the point where we can use medium armor. So, this is a queen. Shepard? None of your squad are watching your back?
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange. Flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
Right.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is lamentable, but necessary. Do what you must. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand, they dissolve her.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us. or return our people to the silence of memory.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No, I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
Yeah, the Rachni are back, which, you know, could be good, could be bad, depends on how you view it. So now we can just go straight out here. We've gone to the secret lab, now we need to go to the hot lab. So yeah, basically they took the children before the children could, before the mother could give them a voice. All right. Nothing to pick up here? No bits of lore, nothing, no? Okay.
Are you here to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
You let these things out?
I am only following the orders. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
Yeah.
A 1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen. That it survived the centuries. This is miraculous. Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
No, I am sorry, but this will not work. These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
Once the purge is armed, we'll have to fight our way out. Give us a minute to patch up and rearm.
Sure. I wait here. I am not so much good for searching now, yes? Mother always say I would meet a bad end. I am feeling not so well.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Liara the start.
Well, that was rude.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Right. Run, Shepard, run! Don't worry about shooting them, just get the hell out. And boom goes the hot labs. Wait, was that just the hot labs or was that like all the labs? Like, did I just kill everybody down there? If so, not great. Not happy fun time. Like, maybe I should have warned them that I was going to set off the neutron purge and tell them to get the hell out.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu Relay?
The Mu Relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The Commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the Commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
This is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew, dismissed.
Noveria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Noveria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
This Queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
All right, so we are done and dusted with that. We've still got a few, we've still got a lot of side missions. we are like very, very much on our way for the Paragon side of things. And that's where we're going to end for today. So let's go ahead and do a new save. And that's where we're going to pick up tomorrow. All right, so as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to prod that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below. That's our Facebook page, our Twitter account, our Tumblr account, our Blue Sky account, and the permanent invite for our Discord server, where I try to make sure to notify you guys of when we go live and stuff like that. For example, provided that I get enough sleep tonight and don't sleep till like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, we're planning on doing Dark Tales, the Edgar Allan Poe's Premature Burial tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then at 8 p.m. Central Time, we're going to be back tomorrow night with more Mass Effect. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!